was that star-spangled banner yet waved for the land of the free and the home of the
Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight we've got the Memphis Grizzlies playing against the Boston Celtics here in Boston. With Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Grizzlies. They're sitting 8th right now in the early going.
When I look at Memphis, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. The front court is Wells and Jackson. Morant and Caldwell Pope are their guards. And it's Edey in at the 5 spot. And for the Celtics, dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. And Fernie Simons out there with White. And it's Keita in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Doris, as we get deeper into this schedule now, the NBA picture is starting to develop.
Kev, I love it because the intensity around the league is starting to tick up just a notch. You've got the teams that are very much hitting their stride and the others that are still trying to figure out, hey, what's working for us and what isn't working for us.
Simons on the wing, guarded by Morant. Tatum passes to Simons. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
That is just tremendous focus from Jason Tatum. This guy has gotten so good at walling off defenders and finishing plays.
Well, already so accomplished, Doris. Jason Tatum. As you look at the landscape of the Celtics, where is his place in that story?
Well, let's remember, Kevin, that he's still a young player, and so that history is still being written. But the North Star for the Boston Celtics is always championships, and Tatum has proven he can deliver.
On the free throw, no good. Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable of playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last few seasons. And his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career.
Now, here's Simons. 17 points in his last outing. Morant with it. He's picked up by White. Morant dishes to Jackson. Back to Morant. 5 on the clock. Pass to Jackson. Three-pointer. And the Grizzlies another 3.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
Brown outside. Launches a 3. Edey with the rebound. Memphis has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Morant drives in. Jackson has the open look. His three-pointer's off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Brown outside.
Boy, a chilly start for this basketball team. They are just 1 for 4.
That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Edey with a screen on White. Caldwell Pope the bounce pass. Edey can't hit.
Sometimes you just lose that little bit of focus, and this is what happens.
White, good.
Sometimes you anticipate that contact is coming, and you have to take it. Nice job by White to hang in there.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, it's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. Jaren Jackson Jr. was the topic, and coach was impressed by the tape. He said, the more I watch of Jaren, the more I'm convinced he's the best defensive player in the league. He does so much for their team, and we're going to have to be hyper aware of his weak side help tonight. Coach isn't alone on that appraisal. Back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Celtics trail by 4. Now Simons. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Pass to Brown. Up and in on the layup.
Oh, that's almost too easy for Jaylen Brown. We see you, sir.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Caldwell Pope outside. Now here's Wells. He's covered by Brown, and the shot goes in.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now here's Simons. Still scoreless. Tatum finds Simons. 6 to shoot. Shoots it. The rebound by Caldwell Pope.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Jaylen Brown with the rebound. And Simons has got the ball here for the Celtics. Trailing by 4. Queta the pass to White. That shot missing. Morant with some nice D. To the paint. Here's Heaney. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And Caldwell Pope has improved as a passer. Nice to see that development in his game.
Memphis shooting their first free throw of the night. Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented, different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
Now, here's Simons. Still yet to score. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Caldwell Pope left side. Basket good.
Solid elevation there. A consistent point of release, and KCP with excellent shot mechanics.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside, White. Drops in the tray. White's got his second basket of the night.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Morant with it, averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league. A rebound by Simons. Celtics trail by 6. Baseline try, and the shot no good, a bit short.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Morant. Pass to Edey, and stolen by Tatum. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Boy, over the years, Tatum has really mastered the art of drawing fouls.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
And examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
And that one falls for Tatum.
Jason Tatum continues to emerge, guys, as one of the most elite players on both ends. We know on the offensive end he's a dangerous three-level scorer. He's also capable of locking you up defensively.
Pritchard, he's checked in for the Celtics. And so Tatum nails them both. And Boston certainly has some of the most knowledgeable sports fans, Doris, in the country.
Kevin, not only knowledgeable, but passionate. And when you think over the 4 major sports in the city and the tradition of success, it is no wonder they are so committed.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And Memphis making a change here. Jerome is checked in. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You take a look at the Thunder. They're moving on up. 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
Checking out Boston. They're moving upwards just a bit. Still plenty of work to do. But as they say, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
Now here's Tatum, coming off a solid outing against Philadelphia. Second chance shot, and the layup is good.
They love to work for second chance points. That's how you win on the margins.
Pass to Edey. Here's Jerome. Here's Wells. Offensive rebound. And Morant throws it down.
And there's that quickness of Morant, getting to the ball first and then getting it to fall.
Here's White. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies winning their last game against the New York Knicks.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
Well, the best way to silence a crowd is with your offensive game. Those fans got quiet in a hurry when the buckets started raining down.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Celtics trail by 6. Now Pritchard hasn't made one yet. Down low. Here's Queta. Misses the fallback J. And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. Wells kicks to Morant. Beyond the arc. Here's Edey. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edey.
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for Tatum. He's averaging 30 points. 10 rebounds and 4 assists. And what an impact he makes for them on that offensive end.
Right, he can do a little bit of everything for this team, and it shows when you look at the scoreboard.
Celtics making a switch here. Minod's checked in. Jerome against Pritchard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, Doris, we saw him coming for a while now, but Peyton Pritchard made history with the Celtics last season.
This is a guy, Kevin, who won 6th Man of the Year, was one of 3 Celtics to have 253s in the same season, an absolutely invaluable piece to their success.
And that one misses. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Santi Aldama comes in for Edey. And it's Scottie Pippen in for John Morant. And here are the Grizzlies now, leading by 5. Now here's Pippen. Jerome with it. Back to Pippen. Clark sets a screen for Pippen. And the first shot of the night for him missing.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Back to Brown. Shoots over Jerome. And it's Brown missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Pass to Aldama. And the three off target. Austin's gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Richard finds Tatum. Brown outside. Back to Tatum. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Pritchard. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Memphis has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Picked by Clark. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Brown. Celtics trail by 5. Pass to Pritchard. Tatum on the wing. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Jerome in the corner. Outside for Pippen. And taken away by Brown. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball.
Oh, my goodness. Jason Tatum, you've got to be kidding me. How pretty was that?
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against Philadelphia.
And they really got after it from a defensive standpoint throughout that entire game. The turnovers they forced really tell the story.
There has to be a willingness to take chances, jumping for steals, getting out in passing lanes, and all of that worked in their favor.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Grizzlies.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Garza's checked in, and Chris Boucher's subbed in for Tatum. And Memphis also making a switch. Jaren Jackson's checked in for Clark. Now here's Jackson. He picked up 39 points in their last one against New York.
And don't make a mistake, the 3 blocks had a huge impact on the game as well. It really turned the game in their favor.
Clock at 6. Here's Aldama. Hits it from three-point range. And the Grizzlies lead by 7.
This is the value of having those stretch bigs. Very hard to contest that jumper.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, a couple seasons ago, beset with injuries, the Grizzlies rode Jaren Jackson Jr. He said, I probably had never been put in a position to be that offensively free in my life. Getting those experiences, I can take that going forward. But it's more fun to have everybody around you for sure. Back to you guys.
Great to see how he's grown. Allie, we thank you very much. And the shot goes in. Jackson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And so White will bring it up for the Celtics. 7-point differential. Pass to Minot from outside the arc. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Jackson, that's good.
And he is a huge presence inside at both ends. Jackson's a great asset to have in the post.
And here's White. Shoots over Pippen. White, good. White's got 11.
Listen, we know this guy has got a solid offensive arsenal. You've got to stay on point defensively.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Grizzlies lead by 7. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And for Memphis guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
Celtics trail by 7, so the Grizzlies 5 right now. Jackson is out there with Santi Aldama. Then there's Ty Jerome. Then it's Pippen. So a moment now to see the story for John Morant.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hasn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Inside, and the dunk by Jackson.
And anytime Jackson gets near the rim, it's pretty much a done deal.
The Celtics shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Pass to White. From 18 feet away, Aldama with the rebound.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Jerome passes to Jackson. To the wing on the left. Some nice passing there by Memphis. 4 on the shot clock. A 3 ball. Einat pulls it in. White with it. He's picked up by Pippen. And it's White missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Pass to Jerome. It's stolen by White. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. No good on the shot. The Grizzlies shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Jerome deciding where to go with it. Here's Jackson, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive acumen, but G.A. much improved as a scorer as well.
Yeah, range out beyond the arc, and his handle, I think it's underrated. One of the top two-way bigs in our league.
Simons, he's checked in for Pritchard. White, good.
Derek White is a legit three-point threat. I don't care where on the floor he is. You better contest.
Jackson with the screen. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on White. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
Scottie Pippen, he's checked in for Conjo. And he can't hit the second.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Cans it from downtown. Minot's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And here are the Grizzlies now. To the inside. Here's Jackson. Boucher with the rebound. Celtics trail by 7. Here's Minot. It's good. Minot's got 5 points now in the quarter. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Jerome against Simon. There's a screen by Aldama. Pippen for 3. It's not going to go for him. White with the defensive effort. Here's Simons. It's rebounded by Memphis. Pass to Jerome. Outside Jackson. There's a screen by Aldama. This one for 3. Jackson misses. Boston has gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And it's White missing.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Jackson misses. And Simons has got the ball here for the Celtics. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter.
And this is something Simons continues to work on. Love seeing him look to involve his teammates.
The Grizzlies with the lead. Out left to the wing. Back to Jerome. Jackson, a screen on Simon. Just 3 to shoot. And again, Memphis, no good. Boston's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. Back to White. The Celtics need to get a shot off. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Simons has got it all tied up now for the Celtics. And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's ready to talk things through with them. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Boston. Memphis also making some changes. Zach Edey, he's checked in for Santi Aldama. And it's John Morant in for Scottie Pippen. For Memphis, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Jerome with the screen for Morant. Pass to Jackson to end the cold streak. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Another bucket. This guy just keeping his foot on the gas pedal.
Simons against Jerome. And Simons, here we go. Chalk up 2 there.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Memphis has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Now here's Morant. He had 28 points in the win against New York.
And his court vision was extraordinary, too. Let's not forget that. He was flawless passing the ball.
And between his footwork and height, Jackson is a tough matchup for defenders. Here he takes full advantage and draws the foul.
First one falls for him.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Wells is checked in for the Grizzlies. Contavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Jerome. Jackson hits both of them.
And you love how Jackson Jr. has responded to setbacks and injury in his career. He doesn't get discouraged, just makes him work harder.
Now here's White. A 23-point game for him in the win against Philadelphia. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. He's had 5 chances at the line, gone 4 for 5. First free throw is good. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Celtics trail by 4. Here's White. 14 points for him. Brown outside. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Oh, great ball movement there.
When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
That free throw good from Brown. No doubt Jaylen Brown is one of the most gifted isolation scorers in the league right now, Dor.
He is one of those guys, Kevin, that you do not want to be defending on an island. Jaylen Brown is an elite athlete, but he is also a three-level scorer, which makes him almost impossible to handle.
A free throw drops for Wells. Celtics trail by 4. Now Simons. Fires the 3. The shot, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Out to the wing. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Now here's Brown. 14 points from him the last game against Philadelphia. Simons on the wing. And blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Hits the three-point bomb. Caldwell Pope's got 8 points.
Yeah, defenses beware. You have to close out hard on KCP and disrupt his rhythm.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Clark, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And now that we have a moment, let's see the best free throw shooting teams in the NBA. In fourth, the Celtics.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Celtics trail by 9. Boucher with a screen on Morant to the middle to stop the run. And the dunk by Boucher.
He's got a nose for the basketball and a high level of activity around the rim. Go ahead and finish, Mr. Boucher.
Grizzlies have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Pass to Edey. Over Boucher, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Edey's got his third bucket of the night.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Outside, Simons. Boucher with a screen on Morant. Simons kicks to Boucher. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
Caldwell Pope passes to Morant. Just 5 on the clock. Wells with it. And Simons picks him up defensively. Wells' shot is good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Celtics trail by 11. Simons with the ball. To the right side. Boucher kicks to Simons. Back to Boucher. 6 on the shot clock. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got 6 rebounds in the game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Boston's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Brown, no good.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Wells' shot is good.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Brown the pass to Simons. Over in the corner, White. It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And a quick look now at how the Memphis Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they'll take on Evan Mobley and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs.
And that game against Sacramento, on paper, you'd expect them to come away with the win, but this might be one of those trap games where they let it get away from them if they aren't focused.
And the Grizzlies leading by 14. And here's Morant. 8 points for him. Morant sets a screen for Caldwell Pope. Out to Morant. Edey. It's good on the putback. And the Grizzlies lead by 16.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Tatum down low. He's covered by Clark. Boston again missing.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks a lot. The Grizzlies back among the top teams in the West after a down season in 2023-24. Ja Morant said, quote, "The confidence never left. As far as chemistry, we've been around each other for a while and we know each other well. This is my team. I'm confident in my team every step of the way." Back to you, Kevin.
They play with swagger. Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report.
Well, Jason Tatum has worked hard to fill out his frame. It's not going to bother him that you're bringing a level of physicality.
The Celtics shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Edey. Clark outside. Now Morant. Shoots over Simons. And it's Morant missing. And Simons has got the ball here for the Celtics. They trail by 16. Doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Clark. Caldwell Pope dishes to Morant. Wells in the corner. Here's Edey, and he banks in the layup. Edey's got 6 in the quarter.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Well, how about the effort on the glass? Even with this lead, I love that they're still going after it.
It's been all about Jaren Jackson for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Hi, everybody. We've got your favorite segment on tap as we check out how the Eastern Conference is shaping up. And when you're down at the bottom of a list like this, always a tough place to be.
Yep, you could send some of those teams to Cancun right now.
Some aren't even good enough for Cancun. Where are they going, Kenny?
I don't know. Let me think. Galveston? Send them to Galveston.
Sounds like that might be a nice getaway. I'd like to get away from you two right now, as a matter of fact. And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Well, you look at all the assisted buckets, I like how they're working together. Ball movement and selfless play can be infectious.
Excuse me, are infectious and contagious the same thing?
You're the doctor. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been a clinic out there by Jaren Jackson.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Down on the block, it's Tatum with Kata. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the Boston Five. And here's Brown outside, and the rebound by Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now here's Wells. Pass to Edey, just 5 to shoot. Caldwell Pope for 3. Rebound Boston. Brown's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here's Tatum for 3. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And here's Caldwell Pope. White covering. Jackson down low. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Here's Tatum. That one misses.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Caldwell Pope finds Jackson. And Derek White picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Inside.
Well, Brown taking away the shooter's airspace, effectively crowd scores and gets them out of their comfort zone.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And his free throws are falling at a rate of only about 72% on the season. Not terrible, but listen, you obviously would expect him to do better.
In recent seasons, availability has been a problem for John Morant. Greg, dig into that a little bit.
Well, from a league suspension to multiple injuries, Morant has missed a significant amount of time, but we know when he's on the court, he's a game changer.
Here's Morant. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Pass to Edey. Now here's Morant. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Here's Brown. White the pass to Simons. 5 on the clock. Back to White. Over Caldwell Pope. And the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down to just 12 points with the basket from White. Here's Morant. He's got 8. And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for Caldwell Pope. He's averaging 8 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. I mean, the numbers aren't bad on their own, but he knows that he can help this team in a bigger way.
And sometimes it comes down to the flow of the offense. One night it's your night, another night perhaps it's somebody else's.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Wells. And here's Morant. Caldwell Pope kicks to Wells. Off target with his three.
Boy, the team doing pretty well despite his offensive struggles right now.
Stolen by Jackson. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Takes the three. The Grizzlies with another miss.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Simons the pass to White. Tatum with a screen on Caldwell Pope. And White kicks to Brown. 5 to shoot. Three-pointer, Simon knocks down the three ball. Simons has got it back down to within single digits for Boston. Grizzlies shooting in this game, 45% to the left side wing. Now here's Wells. D right on him. Pass to Jackson. To stop the drought. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
A big night for Jackson so far. He's a talented scorer and only getting better.
Tatum with a screen on Morant. Dives for it, and the turnover again by Boston.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Ja Morant. And he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And you noted it. His points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. Now here's Jackson. He's got 23. Morant bullies his way inside.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And the Celtics with possession here. Now Tatum. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Outside, Simons. Shot clock at 5. Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut down to just 10 points and the bucket from Tatum.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. 8 points for him. Pass to Jackson. Stolen by Tatum. The Grizzlies pull it in. Caldwell Pope's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Well, he went into the locker room with 1-3 to his credit, and he's still looking here for number 2.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And the Grizzlies leading by 8. Pass to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Big bodies and soft hands. Well, that's what these guys possess. The top assisting centers and power forwards this year. 5th on the list, Jason Tatum.
It takes a tremendous feel for the game to be able to make the passes these big guys are capable of making out of the low post.
A feel for the game and terrific court vision. There's not an angle or an open teammate that they won't spot and find right away. The simple little draw and display is elevated to an art form by that group.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience. Nothing more important than protecting the rim, folks, and that's exactly what they get.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And a guy who has a quick release and has distance to his shots. Derek Whitehorse converts his chances.
You know what, Kev? There's so many things to love about Derek White. He's arguably the greatest shot-blocking guard in the league. He has a knack for making big shots, and the thing that maybe is most impressive is he gets past grenades at the end of the shot clock and has the temperament to stand in and deliver.
Pritchard, he's checked in for Boston. Jerome, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Jackson setting the pick here for Jerome. And Jackson throws it down.
And here's a guy that's not in coast mode. Jackson's going to give it all he has every minute he's on the floor. That's how he earns the and one.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Grizzlies.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
Here's Pritchard. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Brown the pass to Pritchard. Three-pointer. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists in the game.
Oh, how Jaylen Brown's facilitation skills advance the older he gets. Nice pass.
Now here's Morant. 10 points for him. In the center of things, Morant.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Celtics trail by 8. Pritchard with the ball. Pass to Tatum. Brown outside. No good on the triple.
And they continue to control the glass.
Jerome against Pritchard. Here's Jackson. Count the basket. And now it's a 10-point Grizzly lead.
Determined Jackson Jr. there through the contact.
Bounce pass from Tatum. White up top. Guarded by Morant. And the shot is good. White's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Here's Edey. 11 points in the game. Morant with a wide open look. That 3 off the mark. Celtics trail by 8. Down low. Covered by Wells. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Tatum. Here's Jerome. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Here's Eldama. Boucher defending.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now Pritchard. The Grizzlies pull it in. Clark outside. Pritchard against Jerome. Back to Clark. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And no good. Celtics trail by 8. Here's White. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Memphis. Memphis moving it around. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Aldama's got 6.
These kinds of defensive breakdowns drive coaches crazy.
We've got 1:28 left to play here in the third. White against Pippen. Pass to Minot. The 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Aldama's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pippen. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on White. For Memphis, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Pippen. Celtics trail by 13. And 1:01 left here in the third quarter. Can they get it? Oh, what strength and power from Tatum.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Down low. Great D that time from Tatum. Boston has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Tatum using his size inside.
He has been a one-man show trying to keep them competitive.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Pritchard against Jerome. Pass to Pippen. Clark a screen on White. Pocket 6. Great open look there. Pippen's got 4 this quarter. Pritchard feeling it out a bit. Shoots over Jerome.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And so it's Memphis. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Pippen is out there with Ty Jerome. Then it's Santi Aldama. Then there's Jaren Jackson. And that one drops for him. Jackson's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Even though they have the lead, this guy keeping his foot on the gas pedal, I love it.
Here's Pritchard. To the paint. Here's Brown. Aldama with the rebound. And the Grizzlies leading by 11. One-on-one here. Here's Pippen. Minot pulls it in. Minot's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Boy, another miss, but you have to say to his teammates, great job. They have picked him up all evening long.
Now here's Brown. Simon's on the wing. Clock at 4. Takes a 3. And it's Brown missing. The Grizzlies shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Outside Pippen. Back to Jerome. From outside, off the mark. Celtics trail by 11. And finished off by Brown.
How about a little bit of daylight is all Jaylen Brown needs, up off his feet in a hurry.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Jerome passes to Aldama. And the call will be against Anthony Simons. That's his first foul. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Spencer's checked in. Aldama passes to Spencer. Right wing. From deep. Good on the three-point shot.
Yeah, you have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Here's Simons after Memphis gets the 3. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Got a hand on it, and they get it back. And Jackson gets it to go. And so Simons will bring it up for the Celtics. It's a 14-point game. Pass to Minot. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul.
Find the lane.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Morant, he's checked in for Memphis. Jerome against Pritchard. Jerome passes to Morant. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Pass to Jerome. 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Aldama can't hit.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
A nice shot by Simons.
Speed kills, and Simons has plenty of it.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Morant outside. Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Pritchard passes to Simons. Boucher sets a screen for Simons. No one near Boucher as he lets it go. And again, it's Boston converting.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
And Aldama slams it in.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And some changes here for the Celtics. Kate is checked in, and it's Jason Tatum in for Brown. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. Coach wanted his guys to ignore the scoreboard. He said, don't even look at the numbers. Just take it possession by possession, make every chance count, and we'll see where we stand at the end of this game. Back to you guys.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Now, here's Tatum. Pass to Queta. Outside, Simons. Shoots over Jerome. Boston again missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Now Jackson. Shoots from 12. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Jackson's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Here's Simons after the basket by Jaren Jackson. Back to Simons. Shoots over Jerome. A nice shot by Simons.
Boy, this guy has been a completely different player in this half of basketball. Incredible.
Here's Morant. Jackson from long range. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 7th assist here tonight. White finds Simons. White looking around. Goes to the reverse layup and claps it in. White's got 10 points in just the second half. Now here's Morant. Pass to Jerome. Off target from outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Tatum. Lets it go with a 3. Shot is good, and the Memphis lead's cut down now to just 11 on the basket from White.
Well, after knocking down a couple in the first half, that's his first triple here in the second.
And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Here's Jerome. And Aldama has it in the corner. And it's in there. And the Grizzlies lead by 13.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Tatum kicks to White. And the Celtics another 3.
This guy's been great, no doubt about it. But it hasn't been enough to get them where they want to be.
And we have a timeout called by Tromas Isolo. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Celtics making a switch here. Brown's checked in. And the Grizzlies leading by 10. Morant passes to Caldwell Pope. Here's Jackson, guarded by Tatum. With the fadeaway. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's White. Over in the corner, Brown. Outside, Tatum. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Whoa, sizzling from the field this half, and that's after a shaky start.
And that one falls for Tatum.
Boy, if you think about everything Jason Tatum does for his team, it's at a high level. And he doesn't ever get the full recognition he deserves. This guy is the very definition of franchise player.
Jackson misses. Celtics trail by 7. White with it. He's picked up by Morant. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Caldwell Pope. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got assist number 8 now on the night. Caldwell Pope against White. Outside Tatum. And hammers that one down right in the face of Jaren Jackson.
Jason Tatum is capable of explosive nights offensively. If you're the defense, you better lock in right now.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T Connected Cam. Memphis leading by 7. Outside Jackson. A three-pointer, no good.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
White. The putback. The Grizzlies pull it in.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And he makes that one.
Oh, beautiful pass. My goodness.
Simons against Morant. Over in the corner, White. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Bell's wide open. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
It's like reading a picture book for Morant. He makes it look insanely easy.
Celtics trail by 11. Tatum deciding where to go with it. No good on the layup.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Unbelievable athleticism. Morant's stop and start is elite.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Celtics trail by 13. Ed Simons. Shoots the 3. Edey rips down the rebound. Memphis has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Morant against Simons. White outside. Ed Simons. Now here's Tatum. Jacks up a 3. That shot no good. And here are the Grizzlies now. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
And that one misses. Celtics trail by 17. Derek White missed on the 3. Grizzlies shooting at 51%. Really solid.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Grizzlies.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jaren Jackson.
He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
Here's Simons following the score by Memphis.
And this is something Simons has been improving on, creating openings for his teammates.
And here's Morant. Wells with it. It's stolen by White. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. .34 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And there's the dunk.
finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
So it's the Celtics now, trailing by 17. Simons off target from outside. And here are the Grizzlies with it. They're on a 16-6 run. Now here's Wells. He's covered by Brown. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jaren Jackson Jr.